Assalamu alaikum, welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to be filming a really exciting video. It's something that I've been planning for quite a while. I actually filmed this last weekend, but somehow I managed to lose half the footage and I was so gutted because I was actually really happy with how it turned out. So I've tried to recreate it exactly how I did it last time, but this time I'm using some natural light and some studio lighting. I know it's slightly off, but hopefully it's okay. So today I'm going to be filming my What's in My Makeup Bag January edition. This is a makeup bag that I've been using. It's from an Australian brand called Typo, and you can get it in Westfield, Stratford. You can also get it online. It's pretty huge. I think I might switch my makeup bag up next month. At the end of December, I started feeling really overwhelmed with the amount of makeup that I'd accumulated. If you didn't know, I've been blogging for quite a few years now. I really don't get much PR at all, but I do end up buying a lot of things and being sucked into the hype, or doing careful research and getting things to review and to try out, and I've basically become a bit of a hoarder, which isn't the best situation. I mean, at first I was really proud of my collection. I was like, yes, I've got so many things to choose from, and it's great to have that, but at the same time there has to come a point where you just think, my one face cannot get through all of this makeup. And as much as I want to try out new things in 2018, like I said in my last videos, I definitely want to be using things up this year. So I decided to do a system where I had a makeup bag and I filled it up with things that either I haven't used in a really long time and I need to either use it up or get rid of it, or things that are come on their last legs and they've just got a few uses left, and again they're just taking up space and I'm just not bothered to use it up. Basically, yeah, I just wanted to get through a lot more of my collection this year and film more empties videos, and I thought if I could have a couple of products in my bag and use them almost every single day, or as much as I wear makeup in that month, I could then, at the end of the month, come to, first of all, using more things up, which is my main goal, but also to come to a sound conclusion about what I feel about them, because I think a lot of times on YouTube there's loads of first impressions videos and they're all well and good. It's nice to see what a product performs like at first, but I think it's much more valuable to have an overall opinion of something, and if you're using it consistently for at least 20 days out of 30, for example, then you can have a really good idea of how it works, if you'd buy it again, if you'd recommend it, etc, etc. So these What's in My Makeup Bag, insert month here edition videos hopefully are going to be a regular thing on my blog, on my YouTube channel, and yeah, let's just jump straight in. In the month of January, I've basically been going for 2 makeup looks because I've mainly been working. I've not really been spending much time out of the house socialising, and I've been trying to first of all use up a foundation, and that has been the Dior Skin Nude Edition foundation. Now, I've actually reviewed this on my blog already quite a while ago, and I was looking at it and I was thinking, if I don't use this up now, it's going to have to be chucked away. And we all know Dior costs quite a lot of money, so I didn't want to throw it away, and I've now got about 2 or 3 uses left, so that whole using up in a month thing worked really well. I like this. It's more of a matte finish. It's not got much of a glow about it, but it's not too matte for me. I've got sort of normal to combo skin, and the colour is perfect for my winter skin tone, but it's definitely lighter than I typically go for. So I like to go a shade or 2 up, because I don't know if you can tell, but my hands are pretty brown and warm in tone, and my face is a lot fairer, so I like to try and match my foundations to make myself look more golden and, I don't know, just match up a bit more. This is definitely lighter for me. This is in the shade 31, by the way, and it's more on the neutral side. It's not as yellow as I typically like as well, but I've liked it. I wouldn't repurchase it again because it's around £31 to £35. And it's one of those foundations which I enjoyed wearing. I've used it all up practically, but it's nothing that's so spectacular or amazing. So yeah, I'm not going to be repurchasing this, but I have enjoyed it. The second kind of makeup look I've been going for is actually a no foundation makeup look, and that's what I'm wearing today. I've not got a single ounce of foundation on my skin, but I have got other things on my skin. Why this came about was I picked up the Charlotte Tilbury Retoucher Conceal and Treat Stick in 3 medium about 1.5 years ago now, and the reason why I picked it up was because I was in the Harrods store at the Charlotte Tilbury counter, and she did my eyeshadow and my under eye concealer, And when I walked away from there, my under eyes looked absolutely flawless and I was like amazed. So I ended up picking this up. However, I wish I kind of paid more attention to how she was applying it, because she must have put on at least 3 or 4 layers and set it with that gorgeous airbrush flawless powder. And yes, it looked amazing at that time. However, who has time to sit there and put on layers and layers of concealer on a day-to-day basis? I definitely don't. So I ended up feeling really disappointed by this, because when I came home and I tried it on again, you could just see all my dark circles. Even with a corrector, you can still see like the darkness, because it's not a medium to full coverage. I say this is like more of a light to medium. And my concealers, for me, I definitely prefer a full coverage. So this was a very disappointing product in terms of the under eyes. However, I was just like, I can't chuck away Charlotte Tilbury, I just cannot. Like, it's just so much money down the drain. So basically, I started to use this as more of a tinted moisturiser in areas that I need to. And what I've done with these videos is I've actually filmed myself applying this makeup, and I'm going to be inserting it while I'm talking about it, so hopefully that's a bit more useful for you guys. So I basically put this on my cheeks area, a little bit on my cheeks, around my mouth where I've got more like hyperpigmentation and uneven skin tone, and a little bit on my forehead because I've got a few spots and things going on there. And it works really, really beautifully, and it lasts almost all day for me, which I loved. I was really shocked actually that I managed to make this into a tinted moisturiser, because I just thought the coverage wouldn't be good enough, but alhamdulillah, my skin is pretty good. Like, I don't need a lot of coverage for like my whole face, and I definitely don't need to be wearing like a thick foundation every day. That's just going to end up ruining my skin. So yeah, I've really, really been liking this as a tinted moisturiser. Would I repurchase it? Probably not. Probably not. I wouldn't say no for sure, but I've got so many other bases that I'm not going to like rush out and buy this again when I finish with it. But I have really been enjoying this, and it just gives my skin like a really like glowy look. But it lasts as well, which is the main thing for a base in my eyes. Not the greatest under eye concealer, but definitely nice for all over the face. Right, moving on to the under eyes. So the corrector I've been using all month is the e.l.f. colour correcting stick, and this is in the shade, well, it's an orange shade. It says for deep skin tones. I shared this with you guys in one of my last hauls, but I don't know, I'm not loving it for under the eyes because it's quite a firm stick consistency. I don't like how it drags under the eyes, so I've been kind of using my ring finger or my little finger to tap it on. I don't know, it's just not the best corrector. I definitely prefer a little bit more of a peachy tone rather than such a deep orange. It works quite well for around the mouth. Somebody who's got slightly deeper dark circles than I have. I mean, I've got pretty dark circles, but I think you do definitely need to have a bit more of a deeper skin tone for this, so meh, I won't be continuing to use this really. And then the concealers I've been using, well, first of all, I use this one up finally. This is the Collection Lasting Perfection 16 Hour Wear Concealer, and I have this shade Warm Medium in 3. They've actually come out with 2 more shades of this recently, and that's really awesome. This is like the first concealer that I ever loved. It's like £4 something. It's so affordable, and I feel like this is the first concealer that was really, really popular, like when YouTube and UK makeup definitely became a big thing. So I do like this. I would pick it up again if I had to, like if I was going somewhere and I like left all my makeup at home or something and I was staying there and I needed a new concealer, I would pick this up because I know it works. However, it's very, very matte, it's quite thick. I do still like it, but I have definitely gotten used to more of a creamy consistency of formula thanks to my Kevin Aqua, and I've been slightly spoilt by that, so I like it, but I am not crazy about this. And the other concealer obviously I've been using this month is the Conceal and Define Full Coverage Concealer, and I've been using the shade C7. I've done a whole review on this already, so I'll leave that below. I won't talk about this too much, but basically what I can say is I'm looking forward to them coming out with more yellow shades. And what I have been loving about this actually is the fact that I've not had to bake. I mean, with every single concealer that I use, I do a little bit of a light bake. And with this one, because of the formula, because it kind of sets itself, you don't have to bake, which is so nice. It does save you a bit of time in the morning. But I will say that my under eyes do definitely look a bit drier than I'm used to, so definitely liking this, but I'll let you guys watch the review to find out my full thoughts. To set my under eyes this month, I've been using my Marc Jacobs #Instamark Light Filtering Contour Powder. It looks like this, and I have the shade 40 in Mirage Filter. As you can see, I've hit some serious pan in the yellow side. I need to start using this side up more though, but yeah, I really, really like this, and I've been using this all over my face, so in this area as well, around my cheeks, basically anywhere where I've used a concealer, I put this on top, and I feel like they make a really, really good pairing. Very expensive though, obviously. This was a big treat when I bought it. and I don't actually think I'm going to be repurchasing this. I might do in the future. It's something that I wouldn't say no to if I like saw it on special offer, but there's actually a really good drugstore version of this, especially for under the eyes, and I'm going to leave the post below if you want to find out more about that, and I'll be picking that up before I repurchase this. So this is something that I would buy again, but not in a rush because it's quite expensive and I don't really need this when there's other alternatives available. For my bronzer this month, I've definitely been enjoying the Benefit Hoola bronzer. I've had this for a really long time, probably at least 2 years now, and I finally hit pan, which is awesome, which is exactly why I decided to do this, so I can start using things up. I think I've probably got maybe 1 or 2 months of consistent use of this left, so I'm going to switch it up for something else in February, but I have enjoyed this. For me, this works because it's matte and it blends into the skin really nicely, and it definitely gives me quite a believable warmth to the skin. It's not overly dark, however, I do like my bronzers to be a little bit warmer and maybe with a little bit more glow, like the NARS Laguna. So I'm enjoying this. I won't be picking it up again though when I finish with it. And then for my blush this month, I've stuck to one blush. I was really good. I have so many blushes in my collection, but I just wanted to try this one blush throughout for the whole month. And I whipped out this palette again, which is so cute, and I never see people talking about it actually. It's by The Balm, and it's a California driver's license auto balm palette. And I actually got this when I was 19 years old, and I passed my driving test. I just thought it was so appropriate to treat myself to this as a little well done me present for passing. And it's absolutely adorable. It's literally, it can fit into the palm of my hand, and it's basically a traveller's palette. It's got like a really cute map design on it, and then when you open it up, it's got a nice decent sized mirror, which is clearly quite dirty at the moment. And then it's got it says blush slash shadow here, a highlighter slash shadow, brow slash crease, and lid slash liner as well. So it's got a really nice range of colours and colours that I can use. And I've been wearing this sort of mid-tone pink medium blush shade. I think it's absolutely perfect for a olive complexion. It looks so nice. It was really the perfect mix between winter and slight springtime for me, and I did really enjoy wearing this. I'm going to be using this a lot more, especially when I'm travelling. I've actually been quite impressed with the lasting time of this blush as well. I usually swear by NARS blushes. There's very few that can match that quality for me, but this actually really impressed me. So obviously I'm going to leave the prices and the details and everything else on this video and link down below, but this is really cute. And then again, if you've passed your driving test recently, you've got a new car, treat yourself. So whilst I was really good with the blush department and I only chose one blush, I wasn't so great with my highlighting products. I ended up picking 3 up. The first one was a liquid one, and then a cream one, and then a powder one. So that's kind of how I justified it. This is the Me Beat the Blues in Oyster Gold, and you can get this from their website, I believe. I got it in a pack quite a while ago, and it's similar to the Benefit Gold version, I think it's Sunbeam, but this is much more of a champagne colour. I'm wearing it today on my cheeks, and I feel like it's just giving my skin such a glowy look, and it's so easy to achieve that. And what I do really like about this is it's not too metallic. I picked up a few like drugstore liquid illuminators recently, and they are a little bit too on the silver side and a little bit too Tin Man-ish. This is not so much. This is a really beautiful, like sort of champagne-y golden colour, and again for medium skin tones I really recommend this. I've also been using up my Topshop Glow Pot, and this is in the shade Gleam. Again, very easy to use. Literally take my ring finger, tap it in there, tap it on the high points of my cheekbones, down my nose, and that's it, I'm good to go. This has got a little bit more of a rose goldy shade about it. I do tend to prefer now liquid and cream products over powder products for day to day, because I feel like for like work, for example, if I was to go in with an ABH glow kit, it would just be way too much, whereas this sort of glow is a little bit more believable and a little bit more like lit from within. Third highlighter that I've been using is this e.l.f. Apricot Glow Baked Highlighter. Now, I have to say that unless you manage to scratch off the top film, it can be quite disappointing because it's really hard to build up. This is quite a unique colour. It's definitely more of a yellowy, goldy, pinky shade versus like my typical highlighter that I go for. I applied it today on top of the Oyster Gold Liquid Highlighter, and I do like it. I will say though that I'm not blown away by these, and I don't know if I'd be in a rush to pick them up again, if that makes sense. So I'm not sure if I'm going to keep this or pass this on to somebody who can get more use out of it, but it's decent, and I do like how it hasn't got lots of big chunky glitters in it. So moving on to the eyes, like I said, I've been using this palette all month long, and I've been using the Brow Slash Crease shade in my crease area, and then I've also been using one of the Kiko Milano Longwear sticks, and these are supposed to be 8-hour non-transfer eyeshadow sticks. They look like this, and I remember these were all the rage in the blogging world like 2 years ago because they came out at a similar time to much more expensive versions like by Terry and Charlotte Tilbury. And I have the shade 07 here, and I put it all over my lids, and I do actually really enjoy this. It's really easy to apply, as you can see in the clip. You just literally have to swipe it onto your eyelids, and I chose not to blend mine out, but you can blend it out or pat it down with your finger to get less of an intense look. I chose not to because obviously I'm not really going anywhere today and this look is fine, but for school, if I went like this, I think it would look maybe a little bit too much. So yeah, I do really like these, and I think I'm going to try and get more use out of my other shades as well, because I have quite a few that I just neglect and I don't really use, but when you're in a rush you just want a little bit of colour on your lids. These are really nice. And my eyeliner of the month has been the Collection Extreme 24-Hour Felt Tip Liner. I really like this. It's not the most precise tip out there, so if you're new to eyeliner you might not enjoy it that much, but for me, I've been wearing eyeliner for a long time and I feel like I can get a wing shape really quickly and easily with this. It is still easy to overdo, as eyeliner can be, but I do really enjoy this, and I like the fact that it removes really easily but it still lasts a decent amount of time on my eyelids, and it doesn't sting or irritate my eyes at all. I used to really like their pot version of this, but that did start to make my eyes feel quite uncomfortable actually, so I switched over to this. It's a couple of pounds and I don't feel like I can go wrong really. And my mascara of the month has been the Essence Lash Mania Reloaded False Lash Mascara. Now I know I talk loads and loads on my channel about how much I love Essence mascaras, but this is actually one that I'm gonna give a miss to because it's just not that great. It doesn't grip my lashes well enough, it doesn't give it much length, it doesn't give it much volume, it doesn't do a whole lot, as you can kind of tell from my lashes today. It kind of just coats them and that's about it. It's just not doing much for me, and I know there's better mascaras out there from the Essence line for sure, so this is one that I'm going to not recommend to you guys. And moving on to the eyebrows. Now this month I've just been using one brow pencil. This is the Colourpop Bangin' Brunette pencil, and actually I've loved going back to using a pencil because it's so quick and easy. I really dislike doing my eyebrows, but they're also a part of my face that I can't just not do because I look ridiculous without filling them in a little bit. And yeah, I have really been liking this. It's a very pigmented brow pencil, so you just need a little bit, and I really like the spoolie on the other side. I've actually ended up using the whole pencil up, and some days I was thinking like this shade is way too dark for me because my brows are looking a little bit too much. But I think Bangin' Brunette is probably like the best shade because Black and Brown is the one above that and that's a bit too dark. And I've tried Dope Taupe and it's just too light. So yeah, I have been really enjoying this, and for $5 or $6 it's really good. I would pick this up again for sure. And then finally we have the lips. Now I've been using two different lip liners this month. One is the Colourpop Brink lip liner. I really like the colour of that, and I've been using it sort of all over my lips, so fill in my lips and colour them in and then leave them as that because it's not the most drying formula. It's a little bit more creamy, it's a little bit more like their lippy sticks, but the only problem I have with it is the inside bit breaks really easily, so with my pencil, like it just comes out of the actual pencil casing. The other lip liner I've been using again is from a US brand. This is the Wet n Wild Gel Lip Liner in the shade Bear to Comment. I use it today. It's a little bit more pink than what I'm used to, but again I really like the formula. Because it's a gel formula, it's more comforting on the lips, it's more creamy, it kind of glides on, but it's not a colour that I would wear on a day-to-day basis. I tried to wear it with like some gloss, but it's just a bit too light for me personally, so I did wear it underneath my liquid lipstick of the month, which has been the Huda Beauty Liquid Matte in Trendsetter. I don't own any of the larger versions of these because they're expensive, and I wanted to try out the mini ones and see what I thought. There's a lot of people who hate these, and there's also a lot of people who really enjoy these. I'm kind of sitting in the middle. I like the shade range that she has. It's sort of like my everyday lip colour at the moment and I'm really liking it. What I don't necessarily love about it is that because it's not the most long lasting formula, if I eat and drink it, I know it will be gone and it will be really kind of uneven and patchy on my lips. So I just wish it was a little bit more long lasting. It's not the best liquid lipstick formula. However, it does mean it's more comfortable, so pros and cons, if you know what I mean. I have been enjoying this. Okay, and that's everything that was in my January makeup bag. This video has already become very, very long, but I hope that it was helpful to you, and I hope that my vision for this video has come true, and I've kind of been able to explain exactly what I've been wearing, what I've been using, and also how I've been using it, because I am not a makeup artist by any means. I don't think my skills are particularly amazing, but they're better than your beginner, so I didn't want to sort of sit there and be like, this is how I do this and this is how I do that. I just wanted to talk about the products and talk about if they're worth it or not, because I've got a real mix of drugstore and high-end things here, so I hope you found that helpful. So happy that I managed to get a bunch of empties out of this video already and out of this month's makeup bag, and I'm also really excited to be trying out my February bits. It's almost like shopping your own collection. Since doing this, I've been so much more motivated to use up my makeup and really try it and get a good idea of if I like it or not, etc, etc, rather than jumping onto Cult Beauty or Beauty Bay or Colourpop and ordering more and more things. Like, I've not actually ordered any makeup so far since 2018, which to me is just insane. It's such a crazy thing because I'm not on a makeup ban at all. I haven't set myself on a spending ban. I've just realised that I have enough. I only have one face, and if there's something that really stands out to me, like, I will definitely pick it up, obviously, but so far there hasn't been. I mean, even the new ABH palette, the soft, I can't remember the full name of it, I won't be picking that up because I already have so many of those shades in her Modern Renaissance and in the single shadows. So, you know, I've definitely got a new perspective to buying makeup this year, and yes, there still will be hauls. I mean, I've got a whole bag here to film of my Colourpop Boxing Day haul. These are the other items that came that I still need to share with you guys, but I'm definitely going to be a little bit more focused on using things up that I already own, that my hard-earned money has brought, rather than just buying and adding to my mountain of makeup that seems to be accumulating all around me. If you enjoyed this video and if you like the concept of having like a makeup bag and trying to use things up, then definitely let me know down below in the comments. And let me know how many empties you've got in 2018 already. I think, counting, I've got about 8, which I am super, super happy about. So there's collecting in a little basket. I'm definitely going to be sharing with you guys when I get to like 15, I think is my right number. Then I'll share them with you guys. But yeah, let me know how you guys are doing, and I hope you're having a fantastic 2018 so far. It's February. It is already February. So I'm going to go now, film my January favourites, and get on my weekend. Thanks so much for watching. I'll see you in my next video. Bye!